Hello, welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. You may wonder where we are at the moment if you're not familiar with the inside of the Mormon Fort. I've just had a little bit of a wander round and there's a snow globe. So we shall certainly be taking that. I believe there's quite a few more left to find. I think we only found the one in Good Springs. So we should keep our eyes out for that. But yeah, that's another part of the fort you can go into that I'd completely forgotten about. As promised, today we are heading to the Brotherhood of Steel to see what's going on with them. We've got a few more quests to do. Obviously, Camp McCarran, we need to get a bit more influence with the NCR before they'll reassign troops to Bitter Springs. That's on the strip. That's questionable companion mission, because I believe the Vangraffs do want Cass either dead or out of the picture. The Gunrunners stuff we're going to leave for the time being. That's on the strip, and that I seriously don't know how to finish that. But we're going to the Brotherhood bunker, which is down here, but I don't believe we have Repcon headquarters. Is that where we're supposed to meet? Find the patrol Knight Lorenzo told you about and let the Brotherhood examine EDE. Okay, let's get a move on. Repcon tours. Hello.
Welcome to Repcon headquarters, Rocketeer. Come all this way to see our little facility, have you? I'm here to answer any and all questions you may have, within specified parameters. And if you'd like, I can provide a tour of our museum.
What can you tell me about Repcon?
I can answer whatever questions you'd like, provided your query is limited to Repcon history, research and development, or RobCo.
Repcon's history, please.
Repcon's illustrious history began way back in 2054. Shortly after the famous Delta-11 rocket was completed and launched. Repcon's initial focus was on the development of fuel to be used in orbital propulsion in response to the energy crisis of 2052. Sad times indeed. The company really took off when RobCo purchased Repcon in late 2076 to develop unmanned rockets to explore the solar system.
That's enough about Repcon.
Very well. Feel free to ask me more about Repcon at any time. Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
The tour showcases Repcon's amazing scientific contributions, and the promise of many more, coupled with its parent company, RobCo.
Let's hear a bit about... Oh, okay, we'll take a tour.
Excellent, excellent. Please be patient. The tour will begin in just a moment. Ready for the Repcon tour, Rocketeers?
Ready.
Courtesy of the fine folks at RobCo, I'll be your guide today on the path of scientific discovery.
Woo!
In the lead-lined case behind me is a spent radioactive rod from one of our old reactors. No need to stand too close. Let's move along, shall we?
There's nothing in there. Ooh.
Look here. A row of multicolored plasma fuels. Careful. They may look safe to drink, but your stomach is the last place they should be. Why the difference in cylinder size? Refining our production methods has resulted in higher yields of fuel over time. That's why.
Good to know.
To my right, you can see a sample of some old safety barrels Repcon once used to store radioactive waste. Perfectly safe. On my left is an example of a mountain of Repcon safety barrels some legislators claim are poisoning our environment. Ridiculous.
Absolutely. Who could believe such spurious claims?
Behind me is our most recent rocket project, which we're keeping under our hats until launch, if you'll pardon the expression. And in front of me is a model, not actual size, of the launch dome we are using to send our rockets screaming into orbit.
I've already had a hand in launching said rockets, full of ghouls, to the great beyond. Ooh.
Now these colourful fellows behind me are Repcon's earliest experiments in flight. Feel free to read the plaques and learn, Rocketeers.
What's this? Officially called the Z4352I1P by silly engineers, we prefer to call this little scrapper by its true nickname, the Green Bean. After all, which would you prefer in your backyard garden? A smouldering Z43521P or a green bean? Rocket nickname chosen after results of first trial landing. Okay. One sounds like it belongs if mentioned on the news, and make news it did. Featuring Repcon's plasma engine, it was so newsworthy that we decided to take the quantum matter modulation unit out and see if we could use it for non-explosive uses. Alright, let's follow the tour guide. Ooh. Ooh.
Now for the highlight of our tour. Due to a generous donation from Rodco, this next exhibit showcases the wondrous world of robots.
It's you!
Around you are the incredible iBot, the fearsome SentryBot, and the always helpful Mr. Handy. That helpfulness runs through our whole line.
Yeah, it looks like we've got some kind of planetarium thing going on in here. Wow.
This is the final stop on our tour. This model of our solar system is a small example of where the partnership between Rodco and Repcon hopes to go. See those little rockets zipping about? They are manned by robots, tirelessly looking for resources to mine on planets beyond our own. And that's it for our tour today, Rocketeers. Rodco and its tiny partner Repcon thank you. Any further questions, please feel free to ask.
I'll let you get the door. Oh. You're not going that way.
Yes? Did you have a question?
Nope, that's it.
Goodbye, Rocketeer. Be sure to visit again. Oh, and please, for your own safety, stay outside of restricted areas.
Ooh, that sounds vaguely threatening. Right, we've got business here. Ooh. Jenny Millett's security card. Cool.
Valid facial pattern detected.
But there's no need for that. Don't actually need that because our plasma rifle is at full capacity. Shipping. 100 science needed. We can manage that. Oh no, we can't. Maybe with some mentats we can. There we go. Very hard. Transcribing. Right, so it's not an ING. Purification. No. It's probably an ION. Construction. Ooh. Conversation. Disengage, please. What on earth is that? That is a plasma rifle with a hell of a lot more damage than the one that we're using. A Q35 matter modulator. Nice. That will serve us well. Oh no. Oh well.
How may I serve you, Master?
Blah, blah, blah. Right, I think that's probably enough dicking around in the offices. Let's head up to the top floor.
Don't let me keep you.
That's a Brotherhood patrol. Oh, we can't use power armor. Well, I don't think we can use power armor. No, we can't. I don't want to leave that behind though. Mission holotape. Take that. Yeah, definitely.
Third floor access is for executives only. Please identify.
Sorry, I was just leaving.
Invalid response. You have 30 seconds to vacate before security is alerted.
Looks like we're fighting. Right, I need one or the other of you to drop
Fine by me.
Everything you're doing and help me carry this thing. God, those trooper fatigues weigh a ton. Get rid. Give me that. Give me those. Right. Take this because he'll probably end up wearing that. Nope. Why won't you carry that? Are you dropping it because you can't use it? Seriously.
Fine by me.
So we're going to bypass Black Mountain. That's crawling with super mutants. I believe there are some Nightkin up there, but I think there's also another potential companion up there as well. So we'll definitely be paying that a visit at some point.
All mine.
Oh no. That's a lot of Deathclaw. No, Boone! Get up! That was an interesting standing animation. Yeah, Deathclaw are still not to be trifled with. Oh god, there's hundreds of them. Let's get out a sniper rifle.
Take him out.
Whoop. Sorry about this, Boone. I'm just basically using you as a Deathclaw sponge. That one's stuck, which is great for me. What's this place? Probably nothing of significance. Nope. Is this entire stretch just going to be Deathclaw? Yep. Looks like it. Let's stay on this side of the tracks then, boys. Try and avoid getting you knocked unconscious again. I wonder if there is actually a limit to how many times they can be knocked down, and if eventually it does just end up with them dying. I apologise if I have a slight sheen to me this evening, but it's ungodly hot for some reason. This entire day's been a boiler. Nowhere near the heat of the Mojave, of course, but it's never ever going to get to that level in the UK. Hotter than I'm used to, though.
Need a medic.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. There appears to be friendly over here. I wonder if that's somebody who we can trade with. Or if that's the beginning of get your ass up to Black Mountain. Let's go and find the location. Neil's shack. Who is Neil? I've completely forgotten.
This is a dangerous place, human, especially for your kind. I suggest you turn back. There's nothing good waiting for you further on.
I would be inclined to agree. You seem friendly for a mutant.
Keep saying things like that and I won't be so friendly. Not every super mutant is a brain-damaged brute. Many of us are just as intelligent as basic humans, and the rest don't really have any choice in the matter, do they?
Sorry about that. No offense intended.
And none taken, since you apologized.
What makes this a dangerous place?
You must have heard her radio broadcasts. Though why a human would follow her invitation here is beyond me.
Ah, we haven't actually tuned into Black Mountain.
The voice on the radio belongs to Tabitha, the supreme commander of Black Mountain, or as she calls it, the state of Utopia. She took control of this place almost 2 years ago. The super mutants here do whatever she says, and she says humans are to be killed on sight.
Sounds like you've had enough of Tabitha. What if you had some help?
Help would improve the odds. Help might just make the difference. Alright, if you're good enough at what you do to meet me in the village up near the peak, we can talk further. I'll have a plan by the time I see you, if I see you. Good luck. It's gonna be a lot harder for you to get up there than it will be for me.
And then off he goes. He's moved. So that's Tabitha. She's she's completely nuts. So there's a thing with Nightkin. They use a lot of stealth boys, and apparently prolonged and extensive use of stealth boys can send you a bit insane. So I think that's what her problem is. Right, scorpions. Nice one, Boo. Much more dealable than Deathclaws and super mutants. But we did have to just skirt that little area there before we got to over here, which is Hidden Valley. Let's not waste energy weapons. Bug Stomper level 2. Right. What's going on? Come on, EDE, we need to get you into this base. Or at least find out what they want with you. There's the front door. Suppose we should knock. Better knock, I suppose.
Hi there. My name is April Mortimer. I monitored a communication earlier between you and someone with the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm with the followers of the Apocalypse. We're much more liberal about the sharing of technology than those Brotherhood people. Bring your robot to us. We'll see that whatever information it may have on it is used for the greater good.
Now, you see, miss, your problem is you've mentioned that to me now that I'm here at the Brotherhood. If you'd have mentioned that to me while I was back in Vegas, you might have had a better chance. However, since you didn't, ED goes to the Brotherhood. Are there traps around here? No. You hear nothing. The password is lives to fight another day.
Stay where you are. I'm sending someone up to meet you.
Jolly good. Don't pull any weapons, people. No! Boon! What the hell? Right. I understand you don't like the Brotherhood of Steel, okay? I didn't realise that your hatred of them extended to suicidal rage. So, follow me. Jesus. You.
What is it?
I think we should part ways for now.
If that's what you think.
Head back home.
Alright. Guess I'll be around Novak for a while longer until I figure out what I want to do with myself. See you around.
Bloody hell. I mean, I guess that makes sense as to why he was dropping the Brotherhood armor when I was trying to give it to him, but I honestly didn't think his dislike of that particular faction would cause that reaction. Anyway. Let's try that again.
Stay where you are. I'm sending someone up to meet you.
Oh, hang on. It's because I'm dressed as the NCR as well. This isn't going very well, is it? Can I have a vault suit or something? Just take the Wasteland Doctor fatigues, they'll do. Right. Third time's a charm. Oops. Are we cool? We're cool. Gauss rifles, nice.
Listen very closely and do as I say. Your life depends on it. Hand over everything you're carrying. Weapons, ammo, clothes, armor, everything. I want you stripped down to your underwear.
Let's talk this over.
There's nothing to talk over. You can strip down and hand over your equipment, or you can die. Will you comply?
Guess I'll comply.
Take it all off and hand it to me. Then come inside and through the door at the rear of the chamber. Paladin Ramos is waiting for you.
I'm hoping I'm getting this back. They really did strip me down to nothing at all. Didn't even let me keep my glasses. Ramos.
Where did you learn that password? And tell the truth, because I'll know if you're lying.
I found some of your people dead out in the waste. They had it on them.
An interesting story. It may even be true. Under normal circumstances, your story wouldn't make any difference. You'd be dead already. Lucky for you. Probably. Elder McNamara wants to meet you. So follow me, closely, or you'll be killed.
Not the friendliest bunch, are they? Elder?
I've been informed that you bring us ill tidings, stranger. Care to elaborate?
Yes. I found one of your patrols out in the waste. Your men are dead.
That is sad news indeed. And I thank you for making your way here to convey it to us. But now the issue remains that an outsider knows our location. You took an extreme risk in coming here. My policy towards trespassers has not been lenient. The security of this bunker is my foremost concern, and I take pains to minimize our exposure topside. For this reason, I might be interested in contracting with an outsider who can accomplish certain tasks, some basic, some a bit more involved. An NCR ranger has begun to set up post in one of the other bunkers up top, for example. I want him driven off. Understood?
Don't do murder for hire. I mean, I can take care of him. I'm not going to kill him.
Very well. I'll be interested to see how thoroughly and efficiently you carry out your mission. Paladin Ramos will escort you back to the bunker's entrance and set you loose. Notice that I said loose, not free. You are not free to carry the secret of this bunker's location beyond Hidden Valley, until I'm convinced that you're capable and dependable. To underscore this point, you'll be fitted with an explosive collar. Wander off and it will detonate. Focus on your mission, and you'll be fine.
Well, this deal's getting worse all the time. I only came here to show you my robot.
Equipment in the chest to your right. Don't bother coming back until you've dealt with the ranger.
You guys. Okay, not too far away.
Thought you'd sneak up on me, you filthy powder ganger?
What? Keep pointing that gun at me and I'll stick it up your ass.
Ha! Got some stones on you, son. I like that. What can I do for you?
Who are you?
Dobson's my name. I'm an NCR ranger operating out of Camp McCarran north of here. Reading man by birth, though.
Reading man, eh? What are you doing here?
Well, I thought I might set up a safe house in one of the bunkers here. Between the remote location and the dust storms, I figured it was ideal. Of course, seems a lot less remote since you showed up. Plus, I haven't been able to get my radio working, and a safe house is no good without one. I reckon I'll stick around a while, patrol for troublemakers, see if I can get that radio working.
Seems like a bad location for a safe house.
Oh, and in your expert opinion, why would that be?
Powder gangers use these bunkers as hideouts once or twice a month.
You've seen that with your own two eyes?
I certainly have.
God damn. I knew Cook's gang passed through these parts about that frequently, but I didn't know they holed up here. Be a rude awakening to find 15 of those merciless bastards looking down at me snoozing on my bedroll. Yep, I'd be better off setting up an ambush along one of their routes to catch stragglers. Thanks for the information. You may have saved my life.
Off you go. I would have liked your hat, but we can't all have what we want. Right. We'll put the rest into... Speech seems like something that we're going to need in the very near future. Is there anything... Ooh, what's that? Journal. Finally got started getting this place in order. Put out enough supplies to last a while. Swept up some. Gonna hit the hay and continue tomorrow. Found a nice little spot to scout the prison from. Place has been pretty active recently. Those thrice damned powder gangers have been spreading out, so I need to be careful to avoid them. It doesn't help that I have to get back early each night or risk getting blinded by the sand. This god's forsaken radio still doesn't work. Damn it, I'm a scout, not an electrician. Must have got some sand in it or something. At least that crazy storm is good for keeping people away. This place wouldn't make much of a safe house if other people were traipsing in and out all the time. I'd hate to have to find another location again, but if the supplies and especially the equipment weren't safe, I guess I'd have to. Smash the radio. Danger is over, EDE. You don't need to worry about it. You hear nothing. Is anyone there? You hear nothing. We can actually pick this, which is good. Oh. Oh, what the hell? Sorry, Dobson. The NCR aren't going to like me for that. God damn it. Didn't realise that was going to attract his attention. Well, technically we did the job, so just have to hope the Brotherhood aren't too angry with us. That might mean that we won't be able to do the Camp McCarran job. Although, when we do the Hoover Dam mission, maybe things will change. We'll get an amazing amount of fame with the NCR for that, I would hope. I mean, I'm definitely not siding with Caesar on that side, so... on that front. Let's get back in this bunker. Done your mission. Killed one of the NCR's best and brightest.
Stand back from the door. The Elder's eager to hear your report.
Lorenzo!
You're the one with that robot. I was hoping you'd bring him my way. Pretty impressive piece of hardware. I can't say that I've seen anything quite like him before.
I heard some information from its logs. Sounds like it's carrying some Enclave data.
Really? What kind of logs? What kind of data does he have on it?
The logs spoke about Enclave Duraframe research and Poseidon energy research.
Did you say Poseidon energy? I've been researching some Poseidon projects here. Do you think you could leave your robot with me for a few days? I have some materials that I can use to upgrade his armor while he's here.
Okay, you can have ED for a little bit.
This is excellent news. I'll send him back to you soon.
Okay, so we've now got no companions at all.
The bunker takes a little getting used to, doesn't it?
Let's go and have a scout around. See if we can speak to anyone else.
The loss of Helios was terrible, but this bunker is a wonder of its own.
So we'll come back for ED in a couple of days. What's on these terminals? Well, that does nothing. I think your computers are broken.
Hello, look, this isn't a great time. Oh, what the hell? It's not like we're making any progress. I'm Ibsen, and I hope your day is going better than mine is.
I've had better.
You and me both. The Elder wants this data store operational pronto, but it doesn't look like the damn thing will be working anytime soon.
Do you need any help?
I could use some assistance, sure, but I highly doubt you have the technical background to help us deal with this virus.
Wow. A virus?
Yeah, some pre-war jackass with too much time on his hands apparently decided to inflict his misery on those around him. It's scrambling all the terminals here at the moment. Luckily, we only use this section for storing historical data.
Okay, anything I can do to help?
I suppose it couldn't hurt to get another pair of eyes on this. Maybe you'll be able to come up with something coming at it fresh. While the entire system is infected, the virus itself is spread across 3 terminals. The problem is that it keeps moving periodically. We'll have it nailed down in a terminal or 2, only to have it jump to another set of terminals before we locate the 3rd.
Can the virus's files be partitioned so read access is only provided by the kernel administrator?
What? No, that's brilliant. It would let us seal a portion of the virus to a particular terminal, even when the other parts move.
What do I need to do?
You'll need to locate it on 3 different terminals in this area in 1 minute. Any longer and it'll jump, and you'll have to start all over. Locating the virus would probably be nearly impossible, but the pompous little bastard that wrote it made things a little easier for us.
How so?
Normally, terminals infected by the virus just display gibberish, but we found that terminals the virus moved to had some real data passed to them. We were able to decrypt the data and discovered that it was just messages from the virus's writer taunting his victims. When you find terminals with those messages, lock them down and move on. Find 3 of them before the virus jumps, and we'll wipe the damn thing.
Okay, give it a try.
Best of luck to you. I'll tell the others to take a break so they don't get in your way. Oh, and I'll keep track of when it jumps for you. To maximize your chances, wait for my signal before you begin.
Okie dokie.
Hello, outsider.
Hello.
Did you hear about that NCR higher-up that died? That he was trying to sabotage them?
The virus
Hope
just
he wasn't
jumped.
the only one.
Find which terminals it went to.
Don't know what the actual pattern is, but
10 seconds.
Oh well. Is that 10 seconds elapsed or?
Damn, it's jumped. I thought we might have had it that time. Did you want to try isolating the virus?
Yeah. We're good?
The virus just jumped. Find which terminals it went to.
Has to be some kind of pattern to it, but I don't know what it is.
10 seconds. The other day I heard some bigwig in the NCR military. Damn, it's jumped. I thought we might have had it that time. That's it. We got it.
Hey.
The virus has been purged. You actually did it. If you don't mind my saying so, I didn't think you had a chance in hell of pulling it off. But I'm glad to be wrong for once. Thank you, my friend. Please feel free to access the data store at your leisure. I'm only allowed to give you access to non-classified topics, but it's better than nothing, right?
How do I get access to more topics in the data store?
Well, you'd have to get a senior-level member of the chapter to unlock a topic for you. I've given you access to what I can, but that's not much. The majority of topics fall under Ramos's aegis, since they'd constitute a security risk. Good luck getting anything out of him. You might have better luck with another member of the senior staff. Try talking to them about it.
Okay, what kind of information's in the data store?
Oh, all kinds of things. There was already information regarding the layout and systems of this bunker, but we've since added our own data as well. Prior to the lockdown, we had extensively scouted the surrounding area and compiled dossiers on nearby points of interest.
Ooh. Access data store, bunker information, project goals. The goal of the Hidden Valley project is to create a self-sustaining shelter for high-ranking VIPs that can serve as a command structure in times of crisis. The bunker itself is located several hundred feet below the surface. Multiple layers of reinforced materials serve to prevent a breach of the inhabitable areas by anything saved for a direct hit by a bunker-busting weapon utilizing a megaton considered outside the capability of America's closest competitors. In the event that our enemies become capable of such an attack, the bunker's dervish camouflaging system makes targeting the site impossible for automated systems, forcing aggressors to rely on guesswork and sheer luck. It relies on two main systems. The Candle Fusion power system provides power to all bunker systems, built more for reliability and duration of service. The power output of the system has been exceeded by many current designs, but it can supply the bunker with power for an estimated 752 years. The Dervish camouflage system provides visual and electronic interference to prevent airborne or long-range enemy weapons from targeting the bunker. The normal soil around the Hidden Valley has been supplemented with the combination of aluminium and various silicates, which are then dispersed using a widespread network of industrial fans to blanket the area in a cloud of what is essentially chaff. Combined with the electronic countermeasures of the nearby array at Black Mountain, the bunker at Hidden Valley is effectively impossible to target. Cool. Can we get any further access from Scribe Lorenzo?
Our former Elder Elijah was obsessed with new technology. That's why we were at Helios in the first place.
Is Scribe Lorenzo even in the room anymore? Okay. Guess not. Never mind. What's this room? Self-destruct. By order of Elder McNamara, engaging the bunker's self-destruct sequence requires the assent of the head scribe, head paladin, and elder of the chapter. Each of these brothers has been given a keycard to be produced in case of emergency. When all three keycards are inserted below, the password to the self-destruct terminal to the right will be generated. Let's not do that just yet.
You're being... Yes, what is it?
Who are you?
Ah, the outsider. I suppose it's too much to ask that jarhead Ramos to keep outsiders away from my research. I am Head Scribe Taggart, and I am much too busy to deal with the likes of you right now.
Ooh. Get you, Mr. Important Fancy Pants. That's a bed. Good God. Okay, that's all of level 2 explored. Let's go back and speak to the Elder.
When you first showed up on our doorstep, I'll admit at first I didn't know what to think. After giving the matter some thought, however, I've decided that an outsider could be of great use to me right now. However, I will not force you to help us. Should you refuse, you will be allowed to leave here. Though no, we will be keeping an eye on you. What do you say, outsider? Are you willing to help us?
Yeah, certainly.
Then allow me to explain our situation. This bunker is currently locked down, allowing no entry or exit, with you being one of the few exceptions. In exceptional cases, teams are sent out to investigate sites or retrieve materials deemed too important to ignore. 3 such teams have gone missing recently, and the news of their disappearance has not yet been widely spread to avoid undue concern. In order to maintain the peace and adhere to the strictures of the lockdown, I need to send someone else to discover what happened to them.
I think I already found one of your patrols. Both paladins were dead.
While that is disheartening news, there remains hope that the other 2 patrols may still be found alive.
Surely you have people better suited to look for them than me.
The less who are aware of this situation, the better. My brothers and sisters were deeply traumatized by the losses we incurred several years ago. It would be imprudent to worry them unduly without first discovering the facts of the situation.
Then I shall begin looking immediately.
I'm glad I can count on you. Oh, and one other thing. The patrols each had a holotape detailing their missions that you can use to track them. The shielding of the bunker prevents us from actively tracking them, but their positions should show up on your map once you get to the surface. Should our worst fears become realized, please bring back all 3 of the holotapes from the patrols. Otherwise, bring our brothers home. I've given the order that you be given access to some of the equipment our scouts and patrols have scavenged over the years. You won't be allowed to purchase any prohibited equipment, but hopefully some of what's available will prove useful to you.
I hope so. So, Repcon HQ, I think I already did that one. Yes.
So, you're the outsider that's been given leave to wander around freely.
Nellis Air Force Base and
Times
Black
call for desperate
Mountain
measures,
shit.
Name's Harden. I'm the head paladin of this chapter, and I think we might be able to help each other out. I don't know what the Elder talked to you about, but I can tell you this chapter is in trouble. And he's at the center of it. Are you willing to listen to what I have to say?
Yeah.
As you may have already heard, this entire base is under a state of lockdown. No one goes out except small patrols at night. Most of the chapter has been sealed in here for years. And those few who were outside when the lockdown was initiated are forbidden from returning. Morale has plummeted as time has gone by. And many of our current paladins haven't seen combat outside of training simulations. And all because of the Elder's explicit order that no one be allowed in or out. The only way things will change is if a new Elder is installed.
Have you tried bringing this up with the Elder yourself?
Of course I have, many times in fact. The Elder has an open-door policy and will listen to advice on any subject save this one. He refuses to see that our isolation is slowly weakening us. Aside from being our duty, going out on missions is what kept us strong. And because he fails to see that, he must be replaced.
And I suppose you'd nominate yourself.
I would. I'm the senior-most paladin in the chapter, and have more combat experience than any 2 others here put together. I'd gladly support another candidate, but no one has the courage to step forward and make the attempt, so it falls to me. I would put this chapter back on the right path.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown and all that.
If I could just assume leadership.
How do you propose to do that?
I don't know. I've gone through our records dozens of times looking for a precedent regarding the dismissal of an Elder and come up with nothing. The people who are most likely to know how it could be done are also some of McNamara's strongest supporters, so they refuse to help me, which is why we're having this conversation. An outsider such as yourself would arouse less suspicion asking questions about such matters. The fact that the Elder has some tasks for you means his faithful won't suspect you, and you have a line open to the man himself. In short, you're in a perfect position to help me. Will you at least think about it?
What do I get out of helping you?
If I become Elder, the lockdown will be lifted, and we'll once again be able to send patrols out into the wastes. We'll become powerful again. And when that happens, it will be good to have the Brotherhood as an ally. Good enough?
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
That'll have to do. I'd recommend going to see Ramos first. As head of security, he's more familiar with our protocols than anyone else here. You could also try to find something relevant in our data store, though last I heard Scribe Ibsen is having a bit of a problem accessing it.
Well, your data is old, because I just fixed that issue.
I'd ask that you kept me abreast of them. Report anything you find to me, and we'll move from there.
Roger that.
You're being watched, so don't get any ideas.
Ah, shut up. Right, I'm going to leave these guys alone for now. And head up to level 1, because there's some areas that we've not checked out. reminds me of Raven Rock in Fallout 3. Someone firing a weapon somewhere. Ooh. Scribe?
Hello, you must be the outsider everyone's talking about. I'm Linda Schuller. If you ever need medical attention, this is the place to come.
I do. I am addicted to something.
I can't say it's something I treat all the time, but I should have something to help you through it. There, that's got it. Don't be so eager to sample dangerous substances in the future, okay?
Yes, Mum. I didn't want you to go back to bed. I need to speak to you. No. Wake up.
Hello. Can I help you with something?
So you're a doctor?
Yes, I handle all medical needs in the bunker. If you're ever wounded, I can treat you. For a fee. Normally I'd just be the base's medical officer. But my other duties say otherwise.
You mentioned other duties you had.
I'm this bunker's head scribe in everything but name. I supervise the research teams. I collate the reports. I attend the meetings. But for reasons beyond me, that buffoon Taggart still gets the title. And don't get me started on that little pet of his. Everyone around here knows what's going on there but her.
You really don't like Taggart, do you?
I don't appreciate how much harder I have to work to cover for his tendency to focus on his personal projects. I try not to think too much about his personal proclivities.
Okay. I think these are just quarters. There's probably nothing of too much interest in any of these, he says. Nice. Journal entry. This is maddening. All of my research thus far points to a company called Poseidon Energy as having experimented far beyond the capabilities of our current power, armour and weapons. It's possible they were behind the development of the equipment the Enclave used as well. Why then have we found numerous caches of military grade equipment throughout the wastes and nothing from this company? Good question. Oops. I've just discovered something horrifying. If my projections are right, we must... But I shouldn't get ahead of myself. The Elder will know what to do. He must. Ooh. The Elder has asked me to provide a list of possible locations for the components needed. Unfortunately, our reconnaissance of the area is lacking due to Elijah's insistence that we concentrate all efforts on Helios. Ibsen and I have managed to retrieve some information from the data store on sites of potential interest, but they're mostly military and industrial locations. If only I knew if there are other bunkers or even one of those old Robco vaults in the area. There are many Robco vaults in the area. So we could technically get some new companions now. In fact, we might as well, since we're going to be down EDE. Let's head back to... Camp Mojave Outpost, sorry, and go and speak to Cass. She can be our replacement Boone.
Nelson's back in our hands. Hope we can defend it this time.
You come around like a bad habit. What's on your mind?
Interested in following me to Freeside?
Whiskey and me are old. Got me into the caravan. If I hadn't switched over... Look, I know you came all this way, and that takes some... Just doesn't feel...
This outpost is the last place you want to be trapped.
That's a good point. It's the caravan clearance that's got me stuck here. I'm sure this bar's getting tired of propping me up. Give me that paper. I'll put my name to it. No sense trying to hold the past between your fingers when it's nothing but dirt. All right. There you go. Caravan's yours. Feel kind of relieved, actually. Guess I didn't realize how much I was carrying around with just the name.
All you do now?
No idea. Maybe head back west? Though the idea of heading back there with my tail between my legs isn't appealing.
You could come with me.
Go with you? And why the hell would I do that?
Why not? I could use someone who knows the roads.
So you're looking for someone to help, not just tag along. Huh. Walking the Mojave with you can't be any worse than here, that's for sure. Alright, I'm in.
Hey. Welcome aboard, Cass.
Well, now that I'm free of the outpost, was wondering if you'd mind making a detour. I'd like to pay my respects to the end of Cassidy Caravans. Check out the site where they died.
Where was your caravan hit?
Upside of Vegas, here tell. Trapped at the Mojave outpost, so I wasn't able to run there when I heard. Been weeks since it was hit, so the site's probably a Cazador nest by now.
You think there's anything left?
Only wishful thinking on my part, most likely. At the least, I'd like to pay my respects. I got them into this mess. I owe them that much.
I think I know where it is, actually. I may have already searched the area, but let's go.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Some of the caravan might be ash, but we were expecting raiders and over-inquisitive NCR border guards. There might be something left. If I'm there with you, shouldn't be hard to spot. And I'd prefer to see the bodies with my own eyes.
Sure thing. Let's move on.
All right, then. And here's the slice of the world where NCR's hand starts slipping.
Nelson's back in our hands. I hope we can defend it.
Right. I do believe I have already been to it, but let's check. It was near NCR. Miguel's Pawn Shop. Yeah, I have been there. This is it.
God, there's almost nothing left. Looks like whoever it was just in the mood for killing. Most of the cargo's ash, too. Not burned, looks like disintegrated. When I heard the reports, I assumed ash meant
Van
burned.
Graffs.
So close to the Vegas wall, too. Don't that beat all? Must have happened during the day, though. They hadn't made a camp.
Is there anything salvageable?
Not sure. Let's look around. We should check the wagon. They may not have got everything. Whatever we find, it's yours.
Ooh.
Least I can do for hoofing it all this way with me.
Well, I fast-travelled, but it's nice of you anyway. Pack Brahmin. Take those.
You have defied Caesar for the last time. Your life ends now.
Sorry, what? Oh god, he's got a bloody awesome sniper rifle like mine. I guess we'd better put on our ranger stuff. Where's my rifle? Shit, this isn't good.
Press on.
Oh, no, you don't. You get back here. Come here.
Gonna six this bitch.
He's just run into the middle of a load of settlers.
You know what? What happened in my caravan? Not the first time I've heard about an attack like that. One of our caravans got hit a few months back, and the caravan been burned too, along with the cargo. I wonder if he made the same mistake, and that other caravan got hit with energy weapons too.
Wanna go check it out?
Yeah. It's a ways though. Hell of a detour. You sure?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright then, let's move out.
I do want to go and... yeah, he charged straight into the middle of some unfriendly competition. Yeah, it's just a standard sniper rifle, but I want it. Can use it to repair mine. Alright, let's go back to... God, I took some serious hits there. Purified water, Nuka-Cola... Bitter drink. And the stim pack. Right, go back to checking out Cass's caravan, and then we'll go and see this other one. Looks like we're doing companion missions as well as the mission for the Brotherhood. Keep your eyes open, Cass.
More energy weapons hit this caravan. Place has been picked clean. This is Brotherhood level murder here. But they don't do things like that. This was done with a purpose. Let's poke around a bit, see what we can find. Might be something in the wreckage.
I hope we can find something. Pre-war book. More ash.
What's that? Looks like a map. Got the route along the west of Vegas, and they've marked another spot. Over here along this stretch. That's fucked up. Middle of nowhere.
Wanna check it out?
Yeah. Something's wrong. I can feel it. It's not any closer than the first. So if you'd rather let be, let me know.
No, we can do it. We'll make the time.
Alright then, let's move out.
There's an energy weapon there. Yoink! Right, where are we off to now? Oh, I've already been there. Ha! One of the benefits of exploring places.
Another caravan burned. Except someone made camp here. And I never heard about this attack. Let's look around. Something stinks.
It sure does. Van Graff Thug. I knew it. I'm going to give you this, Cass. I do like the way that you look.
Let's deal.
Without it, but I feel as though you might look really cool wearing it. Give you that as well. I actually preferred the way you looked before, but never mind. Pack Brahmin.
That does it. That's all I need to know. Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs. They were behind burning these caravans, and they've got to answer for them. I'm gonna get some extra ammo, a few bottles of whiskey, and then show them how Cassidy's settle accounts.
There's another way. We can get evidence and let the NCR take him down.
NCR? Are you out of your fucking mind? That'd take years. And with the war with the Legion, no way they're gonna waste time running up the Crimson Caravan or the Van Graffs.
The harm to the Van Graffs would last longer and travel back west.
Alright. If you poke around the Van Graffs and Alice, fine. But if I see either one go into their camp, I'm gonna start shooting, no matter what you find.
Okay.
Ask them then.
Where'd you get that pendant? Oh yeah,
Gift
she was
from my
wearing
dad,
a necklace thing.
Along with my name. Rose of Sharon Cassidy. Mom said he got the name out of some old world book about dirt pilgrims. Name sure sounds sweet though. Anyway, pendant's a little rose. Originally thought it was one of Mom's tribal necklaces, but no. Came from Dad.
Your mother was a tribal?
You know, like one of the tribes from the east. We got them out west, too. NCR's herding them up, though, domesticating them. Mom was from east of the Colorado, though. Not sure what tribe. Was before the time Caesar rounded them up, made them Legion. She walked a hell of a way until she crossed paths with my dad, and he convinced her to stop walking. And lucky for me, he was a horny old bastard.
Nice. That's one way to put it.
Didn't ask Mom to elaborate. Never heard her complain about his bedroom behavior. Only complain he wasn't around to do it no more.
Tell me about your dad.
Not much to tell. He ended up walking east one day when I was young and never came back. Not a family deserter like some, though. Mom died waiting for him, and she had me to raise. She was sick, but she held off dying until I was old enough to be getting into trouble with the boys. As for Dad, I figure he just got himself lost or dead. Happens. And I'm not all boo-hoo about it, so save your glass for someone who's crying.
Okay. Any idea why you went east?
Not a clue. When he left, I was too in my crib to understand why, and around the time Mom passed, I was too into my teens to listen. Got his name, got this pendant, and that's about it.
And where did you learn to shoot? You crack
Short
shot,
of
you...
caps is what taught me mostly. Ammo's expensive, so I learned to make every shot count. And hear tell my dad was a crack shot, so I don't want to dirty the family name. Not out of pride. Respect.
What about dynamite?
Dynamite's for when you don't have enough bullets, want to clear a pass or scare off geckos from a caravan. Some of Twister's out of the divide can block off a pass in no time, so you learn how to handle powder so you don't get trapped somewhere. Any event, I prefer shooting if it comes down to an argument. Don't worry, I'll carry my weight if a disagreement arises.
Any other weapons?
What, you mean like spears? No, none of that. Mom was a tribal, but she didn't teach me anything like that.
Do you know, it's interesting. There's, again, another character in Fallout 2, Cassidy. And you have a conversation with him about what weapons he can use. And it kind of goes along that progression of, like, what can you use? And he says, rifles, mostly preference, pistols, and I can use knuckle dusters. So if you need me to tap dance on somebody's face, blah, blah, blah. And you keep asking him.
Ask him then.
And then he'll eventually say, like, well, don't tell anybody, but I can also use a spear. And if you've got Sulik in your party, he's like, I don't want anyone confusing me for old Bone Nose over there. Right. Let's move on. So we'll go and try and get some info on the Van Graffs and Crimson Caravan. Right.
Our guys put them on.
Welcome back.
Cassidy Caravans has been bought out. It's now part of the Crimson Caravan Company.
Very good. On occasion, it's proven to be more profitable in the long run to simply buy out the competition. And this is one of those occasions. It's been...
Rail back to work.
I'm pretty sure information is on this computer. Converted. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 158 159 Protected? Nope. Batteries. Nope. Ponderous. Nope. Travelling. Yeah. I was just randomly guessing there. Mr. Hostler. Just a reminder, your meeting with accounts receivable was moved to Tuesday. Okay, fine. I really need to schedule an urgent meeting with you. Can I clear an hour this afternoon? I had an amazing time last night, Don. Aren't you glad you decided to stay late? I can't wait to do it again. Found some pre-war lingerie at market today. Thinking, oh god.
Need anything?
I've got to talk to you about Alice.
I really don't have time for this right now. Yeah.
Interesting. Let's just have a seat and pretend we're doing absolutely nothing out of the ordinary. Everybody's gone or going. Yeah, that's right. Just you guys go home. Go back to your beds. That's right, suckers. God's sake. Crimson Caravan Van Graff Agreement. Just take the whole lot, shall we? What's this all about? This is an agreement between the Crimson Caravan Company and the Van Graffs to undercut or eliminate all of the rival caravan companies in the region, such as the Gunrunners and Cassidy Caravans. In the case of Cassidy Caravans, Gloria Van Graff has agreed to use mercenaries against Cassidy Caravans to drive down the company's value, allowing Alice McLafferty to purchase the remaining asset at a bargain price.
You find any evidence yet?
Yep. What do you mean, not yet? Oh, I've got to find it at Van Graff's as well.
You find any evidence yet?
Yep, here's the evidence of the deal. Without its twin, there's no proof.
So there's just one more safe to crack? Hope you can get to it. Say what you will about the two leading ladies. They watch their lockers like crows. Still, you got one, so the other might not be impossible. If you get both, then let's talk. And I appreciate you putting yourself at risk like this. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Troublesome Legion camp got razed to the ground.
I think the best way to do this might actually be to send Cass away as well. Or have her just wait for me. So we need to head back to Vegas Strip.
Hey.
You hang around with this fine person.
Sitting tight.
I'll be back. Right. I am going to quick save. This could go wrong. Let's make sure I've got a decent up close and personal weapon equipped. Oh yeah, I found one of these as well. Don't have much ammo for it, so I've decided not to use it for the time being, but that's what it looks like. Yeah, I think the energy weapon's going to be the best thing to use. Right, let's get in there. Items, aid, Stealth board. If we go quickly, we should be able to get this done. We need to get in there though. Shit. Ooh, we might just get this done. Conversation, nope. Discipline? Nope. Resounding. Right, so it looks like it is an ING. Shit. Oh, yes. Delighting? Nope. Monitoring? Nope. Everything. Disengage lock. What did that disengage the lock to, though? Was it to that? Letter to Gloria. Take those optics, take that. I think again we'll just rob you blind. And you will never know I was in there. Bye, chaps. Well, actually, do you know what? I'd come in for that as well. That's my caster. See you, suckers. Alright, Cass, have I got some news for you? Let's just check out the evidence. Dear Ms. Van Graff, it's come to my attention that Cassidy caravans have suffered a number of setbacks recently. I can only hope that these latest unfortunate events drive that young booze hound of an owner to finally sell me her remaining assets. As per our agreement, I have bent my not inconsiderable efforts towards weakening your competitors, the Gunrunners. You can expect a mysterious and sudden surge in sales in the near future.
Let's roll out then.
Lasers, plasma, pistols, grenades.
You find any evidence yet? I'm not gonna wait forever.
Here's both pieces of evidence.
No shit. There it is. The blood, the motive, as clear as day. They must have penned these with snake venom. But we got it. Now what? Sure, this damns them, but only if someone listens.
Anyone you trust in NCR?
Well, Jackson and the Mojave outpost could get it to the folks in the west. I wouldn't trust anyone closer to the Colorado. And the Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs have their heart back west. Not sure it'll do any good, though.
Through all the shit I went through to get this, we're going to Jackson. We have to... We've got to try.
Alright, let's do it. Listen to what he has to say.
Alright, back we go.
Got it all at the...
Shut your mouth, you.
Sure could use a drink.
As the famous Mr. Cash once said, we are going to Jackson. Yes, in here.
Appreciate the help. Wish I had more work for you, but nothing else on the radar at the moment.
Just came by to admire your mustache. I have evidence of a caravan conspiracy.
What is it? Let me see. All right, this explains a lot of the lost caravans. I thought it was Legion work, but...
Can you get it to the right people?
I can, if you make me a promise. I need you to swear you won't take revenge on Gloria or Alice. If you do, then your case is over, and we can't see that justice is done. I know some things are hard to let go, but you and Miss Cassidy need to understand that. Hear me?
Loud and clear. You have our word.
That'll have to do. God, what a mess. People turning against each other when the Mojave's at risk of falling. If the Republic's sinkhole progress doesn't kill us, greed will. Thanks for bringing me this. I know revenge must have been tempting. For what it's worth, I appreciate you didn't shed any more blood. We need to save our strength for the Legion.
You're welcome. Just get it to the NCR government.
I'll do what I can. And those folks that got killed need to be answered for.
Well, that's settled, I suppose.
Are you okay?
Feels... I don't know. I guess I feel relieved. I don't know what I feel. Wait, that's not true. I think the NCR back west, when riled, is going to be the worst enemy the Van Graffs and the Crimson Caravan ever had. They're all so mired in procedure and paper out there. The kind of evidence we gave is going to be worse than shooting them. I think that settles accounts with me and my men. That was some tricky political maneuvering, but worth it, even if it takes a few years.
Hey!
Ask him then.
You any good in a fight?
I'm fair with chucking dynamite, not bad with a pistol, if I do say so myself. Carry a knife too, but that's more for practical reasons. Prefer settling things with my fists, though. Made more friends than corpses in bar fights. Plan on keeping it that way. Don't think I'm some kind of Vault City pacifist, though. If things get heated, I'll start shooting. Trust me.
Is whiskey your drink of choice?
Not sure if I chose it, or it chose me. Dad ran a bar a long time ago, and it was a labor of love, Mom said. Didn't sound like it made her happy. Still, I'm guessing I got some of Dad's love of whiskey in me because the burn suits me fine. Used to call me Whiskey Rose back west, before I punched enough people, so now they say it. But quiet, and when I'm not around.
Hang on a minute. Is this Cassidy's daughter? From Fallout 2?
Yeah, on account of my name. And the blossoms on my
I don't
cheeks
think
when
it
I talk
is,
too
but...
much. Won most of those fights, too. Can take a hell of a punch and give it right back when I've got a bottle in me. It's all in how you drink it, though. There's a trick to it. When we pass the bottle, I'll show you how it's done.
Okay. Where do you usually go to drink?
There's usually a bar in every stop along the road. Helps me sleep. Well, not really, but I tell myself that. Sometimes I have to brew it myself if I'm too far from a bar. Not quality, but I'm for anything that takes the edge off the day.
Finest in alcohol that makes you blind.
Yeah. What else are you gonna do with an empty bottle? Wait for it to refill itself? Get me some ingredients out of the Mojave, an empty bottle, a little time, and I'll keep us stocked.
That's good to know. 2 maize, 2 muck fruits, yeast, and fission battery. How'd you get started in the caravan business?
Started? Took to it like a fish to water. Well, if you know what a fish is.
I'm familiar. Do you know what a fish is?
Well, of course I do. It's this slimy, scaled thing. Like a lake lurk, except no legs. Well, most times. They're like birds, except they stay underwater. Anyway, I've seen pictures. One guy even had one above his
description
bar
of a
in
fish
Reading,
I've ever seen.
except it was made of pre-war plastic. Used to say it could sing, but I figured he was on a jet rush.
So you just started in the caravan?
Actually, it sort of fell on me. My feet get antsy if I stay in one place, like the Mojave outpost. It was driving me crazy, that feeling of being trapped there. So thanks for that.
You're welcome. So you travelled a lot?
Yeah. West, east, and pass through places enough times people would sometimes pay me some caps to take something to the next town.
Like a courier?
Well, not as glamorous, I guess. Roads back west were safer in most places. Most. Anyway, occurred to me I could scratch the traveling itch and get paid for it. Cassidy caravans formed around me. Rest is history.
How's caravan life in the Mojave?
Well, I'm not one for soft living or soft men, let me tell you. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking to you right now.
Ooh.
On both counts.
Not sure I understand your answer.
The caravan fighting here in the Mojave, it's been downright brutal. The amount of caravan space you reserve for ammo alone. And if it's not raiders, powder gangers, it's NCR tolls. They need to get the money from somewhere, even if it's Vegas-bound.
Do you deal mostly with the NCR?
Anyone wise does. Vegas families pay on time, from what I've heard. Even the Omertas. The White Gloves pay on time, but they're creepy. Deal with anyone else, though, you're taking a big risk.
What about Caesar's Legion?
The Legion? What about them? I don't trade caps or supply anyone who keeps slaves and treats women like Brahmin in those camps of theirs.
Do they deal with any caravans at all?
There's some caravans that deal with the Legion, yes. And as much as it pains me to say it, any caravan marked by the Legion is safe as houses. They guard their roads, their supply lines. Even fiends would hesitate before going after any trader dealing with Legion.
You sound frustrated.
I am. If NCR took the same stand and committed patrols to the roads, then I'd think that'd solve a lot of their problems right there. But they don't. Caravans get butchered in the Mojave all the time, like mine. And so fucking close to Vegas you could see it from the wall.
There must be good parts to the Republic.
NCR tries. It's just that trying doesn't mean a whole lot when you're paying your respects to the dead. And Legion, from what I've heard, they don't do the stop tolls on the roads or in the outposts like some NCR quartermasters do. You're lucky if you turn a profit sometimes. If some new officer gets assigned a route, the fees just get worse.
Any other differences between the Legion and the NCR, other than the way they dress?
Much as I hate the Legion, caravan life would be a hell of a lot easier if they ran the roads. Well, as long as those companies were run by men. And that's the biggest issue I see. And it's a shame. But I think there's people on the NCR side who feel more strongly than I do.
What do you mean?
Some caravans deal with the Legion now because the security. If towns could get the same protection, a lot more tempting than you'd think. A bunch of people would be willing to side with the Legion to not have to worry about fiends and boomers and powder ganger attacks. It's not hard for some folks to sell freedom when the alternative is worse. Especially if being with NCR is going to get you on a Legion cross. Ask them then.
That'll do for now. We've talked a good long spell. We need to get this Brotherhood mission done.
Nelson's back in our hands. Hope we can defend it this time.
Alright, let's have a word with this chappie on the road.
Whoa there, pal. You better slow down, or you'll get blown up like the rest of the idiots who thought they'd scavenge in Boomer territory. Now that I've got your attention, might you be interested in a little information? It'll cost you, but it's well worth the investment.
You can tell me, or you can tell the underside of my boot.
Whoa, simmer down. I'll tell you, I'm a gambler and a scavenger. I've made some cash from gambling and some cash from reclaiming goods that are no longer being used. Now, do you want my help or not?
What's going on past these signs?
Oh, lordy, lordy. You haven't heard of the Boomers? What rock have you been living under?
Well, I have recently heard about them.
Slinging, grenade-lobbing odd jobs camping out in Nellis. Wander into their territory and you're as good as mincemeat.
Is there a way to get past?
There is a way, and I'll tell you. For a little wager.
Let's hear it.
Well, I know the secret to get past. If you give me the caps, I'll tell you. If you make it back alive, I'll double your money.
How about 200?
All right, I suppose I can cut you a deal, but not a cap lower. I gotta make a living here. Okay, here you go. That page has the details, but it's all in the timing as you move from building to building. I'll be here watching, so I'll know if you've made it to the gate or not. Remember, I'll pay double your wager if you make it back.
Okay, Cass, you are waiting here again.
I'll hold up here. Don't...
Just chat with this fine gentleman while I go and risk my life. Right, let's have a look. The key to avoiding the artillery is to move from building to building up the northwest side of town towards the front gate. Stick to the high cover in the northeast corner of the two buildings, then make a beeline for the gate. The boomers won't shoot at their own people, so stick to the fence until you make it to the gate. Also, I know there's an old train tunnel that enters the area from the south, but no one has ever come back out of there to say it's safe. Train tunnel to the south. What, you mean this way? Did he not say northwest side? Move from building to building up the northwest side of the town. It sounds as though we're as likely to get hit with a stealth boy as we are if we just walk up there without. Damn, these guys aren't messing around. Maybe we can follow this train track around this way. It's a possibility. Let's just heal up. Oops. Reputation too low. See? Killing that ranger's had catastrophic repercussions. I bet this is a hard one. Requires key. Alright, stick to the gate. Back to the fence. I think that was one of the pieces of advice we were given. And circle around until we get to the gate.
Hold it right there. Don't you move. How the hell did you survive that bombardment?
Lots of stim packs. I didn't run through all that artillery to hear your stupid questions.
Are you even human? Some kind of mutant? Move a muscle now and I'll blow you to pieces.
Can we move this along?
I said stay where you are. Raquel will be here any second.
I'll take this from here. I'm Raquel, Master-at-Arms for the Nellis homeland. Mother Pearl, our eldest, wishes to speak to you.
Lead the way.
Follow close and mind your behavior.
Welcome, child. Took your sweet time getting here, didn't you? I've been waiting a good 5 years for an outsider to come along and visit.
Yeah, you didn't exactly roll out a red carpet.
Those howitzers of ours aren't just for entertainment, child. Explosive ordnance is what keeps the savages at a distance. Except you. There's something special about you, child, and it was the howitzers that gave you a chance to show it.
I would call it reckless abandon, but if you want to call it that, fine. How might it be of assistance?
Oh, so many ways. Small ones to begin with, so we can get used to what it's like to have a outsider around and about.
Careful.
Should that go well, maybe you can help in big ways, too. We'll have to see.
How can we trust each other if you're going to be keeping secrets?
You have to keep in mind that you're our first contact with the outside world since I was barely a woman. Seclusion has kept us safe, but the world around us is changing. Neon lights in the distance, patrolling robots, soldiers. My youngers think our guns can keep out the world, but I think we need to let it in just a little, or become its victim. You're that little bit of the world, child. Welcome to Nellis.
Sorry, not interested. I'll be leaving.
I'll send word to the spotters to let you come and go as you wish. Why not stay a while before you head out? You picked a good time to stop by, for we're swimming in problems. My youngers can tell you all about it. Raquel could use help with the bug problem.
Did I not just say I was leaving?
Argyle has wounded he's tending to. And Loyal and Jack might be looking for help with some repairs. Or you could just go see Pete at the museum and hear the story of our people. All you have to do there is listen. Come and go as you like, help or don't help, I leave it up to you. But I hope you'll show my youngers that not every outsider needs to be blown up.
Well, I could have told you that myself. Hello. There is an item in here that I want to get, actually. Not the grenade rifle. I believe there's another bobblehead. Bobblehead. Snow globe. That's the word I'm looking for. Let me just rest until a decent hour. So I'm not searching around in the dark. I wonder if I can
How is your
ask
visit with
her
us
about
going,
the Brotherhood.
stranger?
No. Right.
Hello.
So now at least I know I'm not going to be attacked anymore. How are my limbs doing? I've got an addiction. EDE's gone back to Prim. It's good to know. Right. So if we head this way, we can locate our hapless troopers at Nellis. And then do we risk Black Mountain? We've got the support of Neil, the super mutant. So it may be doable. I'll come back and look for the snow globe here another time. Vault 34. Ah, I guess there's a... Is there a vault? Interesting. Right, that'll be our Brotherhood troops up here. Probably, yeah, buried in a crater somewhere. Oh dear. Right, let's pick up our winnings from you.
Jumping Jesus on a pogo stick. You're the first one to make it through alive, let alone manage a return trip.
Yep.
Yep. Here are your caps.
Make it 700 or I'll tell the boomers to adjust the trajectory.
You drive a hard bargain. Here you go. Have a nice day.
Bye. Let's go, Cass.
Let's roll out then.
Right. So the other location is... Oh, no. I get the feeling this isn't going to go well. Plus I'm suffering a -2. Is that Neil up there? Okay, let's get up there. Need to be slightly strategic about this because I'm going to be heavily outnumbered by super mutants. And there's more than likely going to be a healthy dose of radiation all the way up here. Who's that? Super Mutant Master. I thought it might have been Neil, but I'd already started shooting before I seriously considered it. Let's go. Is that an NCR trooper? Certainly is. Oh, mate. Well, that's new. Go away. I'm coming up this way, whether you want me to or not. Oh! That would be not. Are you actually still with me, Cass? Here we go. Oh, head down. Who's fighting who up here? Okay. Oh, is that a BAR? It absolutely is. Right, remember that, because I want that weapon. Let's do a little bit of healing. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Sorry about that, Cass. Where did that... It's a light machine gun.
Let's deal.
How do you fancy carrying some things? Yeah, I thought you might just drop that.
Keeping quiet.
We might not need to go all the way up to the top. Just take some Rad-X to avoid the inherent radiation on the top of this mountain. Is that Neil? Don't think that is Neil. Let's get in position behind this rock, and if it isn't him, it can die. Nope, they are definitely enemies. Peekaboo. Ooh, hello. There's 3 of them.
Let's kick this in gear.
Minigun. How much 5mm ammo do we have? Enough to make that minigun viable.
Let's deal.
I need you to carry the light machine gun. Ooh, there's another one. Can you carry 2?
Let's deal.
You can. Right. Where are our troopers? Oh, okay, so it looks as though they're in this bit here rather than in the bunker at the top. That makes things a little bit easier. And the gate isn't locked. Even better. A sneeze. Ooh, excuse me. Blah. We do have a thing. Oh, this is where I think there's a centaur down here.
And then the fight started.
Yep. More the centaur. Sorry, Mo.
In no mood for
That's quite enough of that.
Got one.
Oh, that's where the Brotherhood is as well. Right. Take your armor. Take that.
Let's paint this.
Take your armor. Take your mission thing. And then repair said armor. What we got?
Glad that's over.
Me too. Okay, I think we can travel back to... Yes, we can. And go report out. I thought that was alive then. Let's report our success to the Brotherhood. Oh, almost forgot. Right, are you going to be cool with the... Let's quick save. Are you going to be cool with the Brotherhood? You're not going to try and go nuts or anything? No? Am I allowed to bring friends? Yeah, everything seems okay. Everything seems... we're good. This is Cass. Be nice. Good.
Hello, outsider.
Hello. Right, what did you learn from my robot, by the way?
Hello again, my friend.
No, actually. I don't want to talk about that. I wouldn't mind speaking to the scribe that analysed EDE, though, just to see...
You're being watched, so don't get any ideas.
Yup. I got the general impression I was being watched from the moment I stepped foot inside this bunker. Taggart. Watkins?
Yeah?
Tell me about yourself.
Well, like just about everyone else here, I grew up in the Brotherhood. My father was a scribe and my mother a paladin.
Are your parents here somewhere?
They both died at Helios 1.
Ah.
The others were always like a family to me before that, but afterward they became my family in truth.
Shouldn't you be in school or something?
Head scribe Taggart quickly realized my extraordinary talent when I took the mandatory VR combat testing. Soon after that, he requested that I get transferred to VR specialist training, serving as his assistant. I miss hanging out with the other students all the time, but at least I get to skip all those boring lectures.
What's with all the computers?
It's our virtual reality training hall. We don't really go out all that often anymore, so this is how we stay sharp.
You said any more before. Did the Brotherhood used to go out more?
Yeah, a lot more. Back when we were at the Helios station. Oh, crap. I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to talk about that, especially with outsiders. So forget you just heard that, okay?
I will.
Bye.
So is this the assistant that the other...
Yes, what is it?
The other scribe was so annoyed with?
Bye.
Okay. I guess I'll go see the elder. Where did that scribe go who messed around with my robot? I don't even know if I can bring the quest back up again. No. That's literally it. It's all done. Okay.
Found the missing patrols, or was something else on your mind?
Yes, here are the holotapes.
They were all dead then. I suppose I'm not surprised. We have few friends in the world above, and many enemies. But we must turn our minds to other matters. When I sent out those patrols, I also sent 3 knights out on scouting missions. When the patrols failed to return, we assumed the worst, and sent a single communication to the scouts to hold position and maintain radio silence. I want you to contact those scouts and gather their reports. Like the patrols, they have devices on them that will enable you to track them. When you find them, tell them you're my representative and ask them if the bears are still hunting. That should get them to talk to you.
Is that some kind of reference to the NCR? Right, back out to find more reports. I'm going to leave it there for now. We've done quite a bit, and yes, I'm going to pick up with some more Brotherhood missions next episode. Go back and get EDE, and we might leave Boone until we deal with the Legion at Hoover Dam, and then hopefully we can get his side quest done as well. But for now, from myself, Cass, and the Brotherhood of Steel, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Cheerio.